anyone in here, the eldest member in the room, to please allow us to go on with this historical event. Who want to be the eldest? We looking at the most gray hair.
Well, I got the most gray hair, but I'm probably the youngest.
That's right. Oh, now who want to do it now? Well, we do you, because you, oh yeah, you even got on a uniform for the occasion. Come on. All right, you ready? Okay then. All right, brothers and sisters, like I always say, that we just do this in a comfortable manner, because I got to have comfort to get through all of this stuff. And you got me on, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right. And what I want to emphasize today is this is a lecture called Set Time and Two, the Human Artificials. And yes, we talk about the white man is the devil, because even though all you all know, we really don't know. Because Malcolm taught on it for what, 13 years? And in the end, final analysis, he didn't know who the devil was, because he ran right to the cracker.
That's right.
As soon as he had some discomfort, he ran right to the white man and told him on his own master. Despite all the things, he's supposed to keep that in the family, because, again, you don't know who the devil is. And we can say now that it is important to know the devil to even get out of this situation. Say, no, we just focus on white people, and that's why we don't never do anything that we want to do, because we're always focusing on the white man. No, we're not talking about using it as a crutch. We're talking about a scientific analysis of the beast, how the beast operates, what the beast really is, what it really is. It's one of those things, if you really knew what it was, it wouldn't be nothing to get rid of, because we're dealing on a satanic force. And I think it's appropriate at this time. We're 5 years into the Black Conscious Movement. With 5 or 6 years, we say, but number one, there's a lineage behind this. Number one, we had Jesse Jackson. For what he was worth back then, he stood up and said, I'm going to run for president. And black people lost their minds. And then we had Farrakhan to come out and support him, and that whole thing went down with the Hyman, and the whole thing went down with the gutter religion, supposedly the Jews said. And then the next thing we know, we had the ASCAC convention jumping off in 85. Then in 86, Diop came, and before you know it, all these books came. And even though we got a lot of people that's not in consciousness, we saying that the group of us, whether you be in whatever city, it is a difference compared to 1980, when niggas wasn't talking about nothing but dedication to the preservation of shaking our ass. It's different now. So either way, we know that this black Afrocentric movement is on the way, Muslim movement, and all of these things, whatever you want to call it. So this scientific analysis of this devil is very important. How you doing, brothers and sisters? And so what we want to do is, we got all the black Afrocentric movement up to this point, and now it's time to go to another phase. And when we went to, because a lot of people are asking questions, I said, well, I know my history. But you know, most people that know their history, it's an irregular culture. That's an original people. We're not talking about, we're the original people, but any other original people, like you would say, the people from India, or the people from South America, the real deal people from South America, and people from all over, indigenous people, I'm trying to say. They know their history by the time they're 10 years old. Even the beasts, even the Jews, even the European Jews, they know their history by the time they're 10. Or we grown people and we're learning stuff that we're supposed to have known a long time ago, and that's unfortunate for us because we understand what we went through. But after the history, what else is there? It's got to be an evolution. We must go into the mystery. Let's get this right. There's the history, and then there's the mystery. After you learn the history, it prepares you for the mystery. What does the Masons say? Are you truly and duly prepared? Any of you Masons in here, you know what that means. Are you truly and duly prepared? And then we go into the mystery. Well, the mystery is how we get this cracker off our backs. You see, because he's dealing only in the mystery. Because now, if you notice, he's giving you your history. He's got in on this thing. Giving you your history. We got Sid selling candy cloth now. You understand what I'm saying? I just looked in Jet. Yeah, McDonald's got a candy cloth cup. I just looked in Jet magazine, and they got a sister up there in a bathing suit. All the stuff them little shoestring bathing suit. But whatever shoestring she has on, it's a kitty cloth bathing suit in jet right now. Well, whatever way you try to get into consciousness, whatever in the comfort zone, maybe that might be cool. But anyway, the problem is we know nothing of the mystery. You see, where do we go from here? And what happened was I had this big paradox. I ran up against a brick wall. I was coming home for like the 5th or 6th time, talking the Afrocentric stuff and all my books, and my mama said, that's fine, I done heard it. But still yet, what you gonna do when that white man cut off your water, or when he cut off your lights, or he go down there and he put some shit in that chicken, excuse the expression, put some stuff in that chicken, you through. What are we gonna do? You see, it comes, okay, it brings us to one level because you can't even operate now unless you know the basic functions of being black, right? But the other thing is, what about the science of the world, the science of life? The metaphysics, the occult sciences. And this is fundamentally African. And just like Freeman L. said, you need to come out and hit a brother on Sundays. They're trying to become you when you're supposed to be becoming God. There is a way out of this thing. It's just like Dorothy on The Wizard of Oz when she tried to get home. And at the end they said you had the power to go home all the time. It was in you. Powerful movie. Remember the Beast put everything in his movies. And we do know that it was just a dream, right? And if you understand the melanin, the astral plane, and all of it, they say, watch your dreams. Because it's all in a dream. And in actuality, this is a big illusion. Because that's what the white man got us on, a big illusion. Black people just fronting. We are a race of fakers. And I just know, one of my friends came out. I'll get to rambling, but we got to get this comfortable atmosphere. You understand? Had a friend. He came into town and we went out. We went to Mr. V's. I said, okay, I'll go. I said, you know I don't go out no more. But I said, hey, you my boy. I knew you when we was in school, in college together, so hey, let's go out. Went to Mr. V's and one woman broke in. She was tall. She had blonde hair. She had on a big old antebellum South dress and some little red Riding Hood bag and all. And I said, my people are fools. I mean, she was actually living the illusion which is given to her in the media. She was real light, and she had this blonde hair, and it was long blonde hair, and it was flowing all the way down, and she was a complete Rebecca from Donnybrook Farm. She was a white girl, Little Red Riding Hood or whatever. And I said, just look at the insanity, and you can testify to this. Once you get into this consciousness, you can smell the insanity, see the insanity, until your people get tired of it. You say, oh man, I don't like to hear that stuff. You always preaching. Just like Maulana Karenga said, everything is a lesson. Everything is a lesson. And we got enough ignorance in us to this day until we should be on a scholarly mode of analyzing things every day. You see? Just Wednesday, Michael Jackson come on TV and tell that lie about his skin peeling. And you know, every Negro believes this cat the next day. I was up in there and all the Spelman came in this place, and I work in this place in the AU Center, this store. All the people came in, all the girls from Spelman and all the people, and I had to argue with about 30 people. You know, they believe in all and all. I said, no, wait a minute, here you holding up a man that is the greatest entertainer in the world, and he doesn't even have enough guts or enough sense to say, well, hey, to even lie about this, say it's lie about a girlfriend that's black. You see what I'm saying? He got to lie on a doggone beast woman. You see. So, we know we're crazy. And we're going to go into this lecture about the beast, and we're going to start from here. It's going to be a lot of lectures to come. But if, like I said, when we go into this lecture, after I finish, there's going to be an intermission. You can stay for the solution, or you can get it on video right here. You can come back and all if you got someplace to go. Because it would be unfair to say that I'm going to give you an analysis of a solution and also beast. And in just a short time, it's got to be scholarly done. You see, so because you go after your people, they want to know facts. And like my brother right here was talking to me yesterday. He said, he's talking to a brother said, I got to have a little more to go on than that. So we're going to give him this little more to go on. You understand? So to start this off, we're going to start this in the late 19th century, well, the late 1900s, early 18th century, late 1700s, you know, late 1800s, that would be the 18th century. The 1800s is, let's get this right, the 1800s is the 19th century, right? So that means the 18th century is the late 1700s, right? In the late 1700s, we know that Napoleon goes into Kemet and carted all this stuff out. And in the next 20 years, we got what you call the Rape of Africa period, or the Rape of the Nile. There's a book by Fagan you can get. I can't think of it.